This week, the South Korean capital city is hosting this year's Global Korean Politicians Forum, bringing together ethnically Korean politicians from around the world. On this occasion, our political correspondent Lee Shi-hoo sat down with Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke of Hawaii, who shared her own story as the first Korean American to hold that post.
The story of their origin is what unites ethnically Korean politicians overseas. At the 9th Global Korean Politicians Forum being held in Seoul, Sylvia Luke, the Lieutenant Governor of Hawaii and the first Korean American to hold a U.S. statewide office, shared her story.
Our origin stories are very similar about our experiences, some of the challenges we have in our current country, but in order to build this bridge with Korea and to come back and have a connection with each other, this is such a wonderful opportunity.
Born in Seoul, Luke immigrated with her family to Honolulu as a child.
I immigrated from Korea when I was 9 years old, back in 1977. And even back then, my mother, in her struggle to raise a family and to care for her family, she always took time out in her own schedule to care for people at the church or to care for other individuals who are sick at the church. And so growing up, we always felt that there were always people who were less fortunate than us and who needed help.
The immigrant background is what drives these politicians.
If you look at even our immigration story, 120 years ago, Koreans from Incheon left Korea to work in sugarcane fields in Hawaii, and that was 120 years ago. And those individuals who worked so hard, they sent part of their earnings back to Korea to help create a university, and that's the Inhwa University, which stands for Incheon and Hawaii. That tells you how Koreans and a lot of Korean families really value education and want to help the next generation succeed.
Lieutenant Governor Luke carried out the initial response when wildfires broke out in Hawaii in August while the governor was out of town. During the response and the impact afterwards, South Korea showed great support.
Korean government was the first country to respond to the Maui fires. In fact, the Consul General called Mr. Park Jin-hye, the MOFA Minister of Foreign Affairs, and said, U.S. is always there when Korea needs help. And now we're at a point where South Korean government should be there for humanitarian efforts when other countries, other allies need help. And within a couple of weeks, South Korean government provided $2 million in humanitarian aid to the people of Maui. No other countries came up as fast as South Korea. And I can't thank South Korea enough for the generosity and the love that it showed for the people of Maui.
And she looks forward to further connections on the 120th anniversary of immigration from Korea to the United States and beyond.
We have a lot of things that we can gain from other challenges and other things that we have dealt with. So I look forward to continuing to connect with the South Korean government and its people.
Lee Shi-hoo, Arirang News.